Hello guys, we're gonna start now with math class. You're gonna open your book in chapter 9 lesson 7. We're gonna start with subtracting unlike fractions. Something very important that you have to remember is that subtracting unlike fractions is similar to adding unlike fractions. Before we start with the explanation of how to subtract unlike fractions, we're gonna make an example for us to remember how we add unlike fractions. So here we have 3/8 plus 1/4. Now what was a process for us to be able to get the denominators alike was to find the number that these two share. So we're gonna look for the number that 8 and 4 share. In this case it's 8. So what times 8 give me 8 will be 1. So remember, everything you do in the bottom is what you do in the top. So 3 times 1 will be 3. What times 4 will give me 8 will be 2. So 1 times 2 equals 2. And now I will be able to add the fractions that have the like denominator. In this case, my answer will be 5/8. Now, a very important question. 5/8 is in simplest form. Yes, it's already in simplest form, so I will leave it like that. So this is a process for you to do addition. So we're gonna learn right now how to do subtraction, that is practically the same process. So here you have the math page, and here we have a female Cuban tree frog can be up to 5/12 foot long. A male Cuban tree frog can be up to 1/4 foot long. How much longer is a female Cuban tree frog than the female? So let's follow the process that comes in the book. Now we already know that we can use another method. I'm gonna show you before using the method that comes in the book, the one that I show you for addition, for it to be the same and for it to be easier for you. So we're gonna go to subtracting the information they gave us in the problem. In this case, we have to subtract 5/12 from 1/4. So we already identified that denominators are different. So let's make them the same. In this case, the denominator that they will share will be number 12. Now, 12 times what give me 12 will be times 1. So 5 times 1 will be 5. 4 times what give me 12? In this case is 4 times 3. So 1 times 3 equals 3. Now that we have the same denominators, we're able to subtract. Remember that our topic today is subtraction. You have to be very careful to identify the symbols. So 5 minus 3 will be 2 12s. Now, this fraction is in simplest form, or you have to do simplest form for it. In this case, I need to simplify. How are you going to simplify? By dividing the fraction by a number, the biggest number that these two numbers share. In this case will be 2. So 2 divided into 2 is 1. 12 divided into 2 will be 6. And this will be my actual answer. So if we go back to the page of the book, you already have the information to fill in the page. So here it says, find 5/12 minus 1/4. Write equivalent like fractions using the least common denominator. The least common denominator for 5/12 and 1/4 is 12. So here the book is making the same process we already do. 5/12 minus 1/4 equals 5/12 minus 1/4 times 3 equals 5 twelfths minus 3 twelfths. So 5 minus 3, you have to put here 2 twelfths. And then you will have to simplify it. We already find that the simplest form for this fraction would be 1/6. So a female Cuban tree frog is 1/6 foot longer than the male. Here is for you to have an idea of how you're going to answer this. I'm going to make another video for you to have the second part in example 2 so we can practice, example 2 and the guided practice together so you're able to do the independent practice.